Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They begin with a run by Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Rattler. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Rattler wants to throw it. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
He's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot Ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Late groupie now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Dances by him. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, San Francisco.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
In motion, the tight end. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
At the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. Throwing Jones. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell.
Jones pass.
So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They've gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Taken down by Pete Werner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Jones. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end, Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
He's tackled at the
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get left.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Quick move by Miller. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing is Rattler. Back to Kamara for another catch. And some space here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of
17 there and a New Orleans first down.
That's good for
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
10 more there and another first down.
10 more yards. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. Well, let's call that a less than ideal play on first down.
No doubt about that one, because that was a situation of just digging a deeper and deeper hole for himself, and it ended up a big-time loss.
On play action, Rattler. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short. Now Rattler. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go. Here's Rattler. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jonathan Bullard. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Rattler working out of the gun. And he fends him off. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. To the air is Rattler. Over the middle, complete. That's Miller. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
That's another Saints first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Saints 14.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That is incomplete.
My initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the gun, here's Rattler. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And it's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Oh, what a juke into space. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
An 8-yard pickup. And a 49er 1st down.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your 1st down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the 1st down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say? Hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went in and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yards to pick up the 1st down.
Credit Brian Brzee in there to greet him and drop him for a loss.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones.
This complete right side of the tight end Farrell.
Jones pass.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
San Francisco.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
From the shotgun, Rattler.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
Yeah, obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Third and 19.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout.
It's 4th down.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
7 yards. It's second down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Now Jones. The final shot before break.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The final shot before break. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Jones throwing to start the drive. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6-yard pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down, 49ers.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Gets this one to use check. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what he says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A 52-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together.
Rattler wants to throw it.
And his pass incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rattler.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Into space at the 45.
As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To the air once more is Rattler. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
He's brought down at the
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 8. Good coverage downfield onto him, taking over, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
13 yards on the play. That's good for another Saints.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
More yards.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Jack Stoll.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Groupie for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this 2nd half as we are about to get underway. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
26-yard line.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Jones.
A throw left side for Pearsall is complete.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
2-yard gain.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have come back to make it a 2-point game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Quick move by Miller.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that's complete to Crooks. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 6.
They'll pound it up the middle with Camara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
There's Chris Olave.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. On a return after a punt of 39.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Throwing, Jones.
And he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard play, just a 1-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Throwing is Rattler.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now Rattler.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Pushed out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Here's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First down.
They'll look to throw again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brian Brzee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Up the gun, McCaffrey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Jennings. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
first down. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Jones. And some strong running. And he is going to have a Niners first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
I love the grit, and I love the extra effort there on 3rd down because that ball was caught short of the marker. But he told all of us, I'm not going down without a fight. He does a heck of a job to push through the contact and pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And
these guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Looking to put a drive together.
To the air is Rattler.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Jordan Elliott.
What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
10-yard line.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. Third time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Rattler from the gun, third down. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
A
gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Returning it is Moore. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This is McCaffrey on the game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
In motion, the tight end. From the 39, Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the gun on third down, Jones. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here?
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Looking to put a drive together.
Rattler wants to throw it. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That's good for us Saints. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Here's Rattler. He's got his target. It's Olave.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. He's back to throw.
Connecting with Johnson.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1.
Hey, that's your man. That's your man.
Back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And his throw is incomplete.
Intended for Rashid.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. There he goes left side. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Niners
The scoop
31.
and score, always an
Saints
exciting play in
21.
football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler getting ready for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. This is 1st and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And this will have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.